I'm Brent Weisenberger, Director of Ag Technology Services for Ag Tegra Cooperative. And I'm here today with Sam Pendleton, Director of Sales for Ranzito. Ranzito was invited to our Autonomy Field Day that we attempted to have. We got rained out, but we want to try to bring that show to you in a virtual fashion. Got Sam here today. We're going to learn a little bit more about their product.
Brent, a lot of your producers and growers have seen drones before in some capacity. We're kind of taking it from a different approach on the drone side of things, and we're actually focused on application. So whether that's a liquid application through our liquid drone or a dry application through our dry spreader on our dry drone, we're really focusing on providing a full turnkey solution when it comes to application via drone to give you guys a little bit more flexibility and timeliness and precision when it comes to getting things applied. The same drone can be configured to kind of go anywhere from a 6-foot spray pattern on the liquid side up to a 20-foot spray pattern with 3 different boom configurations on that. This footage here showing the 12-foot spray option. So it'll come with 4 nozzles on there. You can swap out different nozzles depending on what kind of pattern you're wanting, what kind of droplet size and all of that stuff on what rates you're applying and what product you're applying. Ranzito was able to get certain waivers and exemptions to allow us to do swarming, which then increases our productivity almost threefold, right? Because we have 3 different drones out there all working simultaneously in the field together. So what I did was I went out in there and you gave me a shape file before that day. So I took that shape file and imported that into our drone unit and set those boundaries that you set me, and then was able to just select drone 1, you're going to take over this portion of that field. Drone 2, you're going to take over this portion of the field. And then really you just have to go in there and select what rate you want and what your spacing is from your boom setup. And then the drone flies itself autonomously. You take off and it goes out and flies that mission by itself. It has radar on there. So that radar on the side of there, it does 2 different things. It does collision avoidance, so it doesn't allow you to run into power poles, power lines, anything of that nature. The second thing it does is terrain following. So if you set that, you want that drone to be applying at 5 foot above the canopy, and you're going through some rolling hills or anything like that, it does constantly maintain that flight pattern at that 5 foot as it's going through those rolling hills.
This UAV that we're looking at now doesn't have a boom on it. Can you explain what the use of this is?
Yeah, so that's actually our dry spreader. So anything granular. We do a lot with this drone. It's actually the same drone. The tanks are interchangeable between about 5 to 10 minutes. You can swap between a liquid and a dry drone depending on what application you're doing. So where we're seeing a lot of use cases for the dry spreader is maybe some post spot spreading for micronutrients if you have a certain deficiency in a certain area of the field where you don't need to go through the whole field, or maybe a cover crop application. We're seeing in the specialty market some beneficial insects and biologicals. Really any type of granular dry application can be done with the dry spreader.
What do we have for capacity on this sprayer?
A lot of it's going to depend on your rate. So that is a 2.7 gallon tank. Fully loaded, you're going to be at 54.8 pounds. When we throw out numbers like one drone can cover 14 acres an hour, we're benchmarking that as a 3 gallon per acre rate. You know, that's a lot of your herbicide work, like Roundup is a 3 gallon per acre rate when you're talking about the aerial label.
One thing that I did notice, you also had a pretty neat trailer that this thing came with. Looked like you had a pump system in there, mixing tanks. So while UAVs are out doing their work, that machine is actually mixing up, creating a batch for the next load. So you land your UAV, pump it full of product, and away it goes again. So that was pretty
good. Correct. Yeah, like I said, we're really focusing on being a full turnkey solution for guys that want to get into drone spraying and drone application. So we've kind of thought about everything from the actual equipment and software that's going to be out in the field doing the applications, but also the trailer when it comes to transportation. It has a generator on it to charge batteries, and then mixing, because with a small tank, we want to make sure we're very precise when we're mixing those products in. So we do have an automated mixing system that is ran by the Ranzito app that measures everything out and mixes it all up. So when that drone lands, you're able to automatically refill and get back in the air as soon as possible.
Well, thank you, Sam, for your time.
So I enjoyed coming out and talking with your guys and your team on the precision ag side of things for AgTegra. And yeah, I thought it was a great day all the way around, seeing all the other technology that you guys have out there as well.